Hi everybody, welcome to another Tuesday Thunder video. This coming week will be in the P2 Radical. There is two types at Daytona Road Course. I'm just going to do it in the AER. I just believe that that's probably a better car. I've done about 5-6 laps with both, just to get the feel of them. I just believe the AER is just a little bit more planted and just a better car to drive, really. Entirely up to you. Now, I've done comparisons and I'm pretty much the same lap time with both. Still got a bit of improving to do, but like I said, I only did 5 or 6 in-store laps just to see the car and which video I'd be doing this week. So we'll get to what I'll be setting up. Because this car has no ABS, run your brake pressure as low as you can without it locking up too much. Leave the brake bias roughly where it is, 54, 46. And the car does have traction control. If you're a little bit inexperienced, leave it on 1. Car's not really that much slower. The more you boost it up in numbers, the less the traction control kicks in. And it's better to lose a little bit of time by having that traction control on than having a spin and losing lots of time. So just keep that one in mind. Now we'll do like a slower lap because this is a brand new track in Raceroom itself. A lot of people probably haven't driven it, so we'll give you as a guide, tell you roughly where your braking should be, what gear you should be in, what lines to take, and then I'll start punching out a few laps and see if I can beat the leaderboard times, which aren't that many at the moment. Probably one of them combos that hasn't really been driven much. Dan's popped the time in there already, 1 minute 40.3. Like I said, I only did a few installation laps, so I'm a second off the pace. So let's see if we can catch him, pop it into number 1. If we can't, I'm not too bothered by it, but this is more about for you people than it is for me. So alright, so it starts us off just before the bus stop, and we try and get third gear, braking back there about 200, but I'll show you the next one. I'll show you the next lap. Now we're up the gearbox. I'm going to get around this corner pretty speedily, but because it is pretty long, there'll be some good drafting opportunities, which is another good thing. So yeah, keep that in mind. Don't spear in the pit lane, you will nearly be automatically disqualified at that speed. Okay, so we're coming up here. We want to be braking right about here, and you want to come down through the gearbox to second gear, trying to hug in there. Try not to hit that tyre wall on the inside or you will just be going nowhere. And we go up through the box through here into fourth. Now there is an escape road there on the right hand side. I like to brake right at the start of that escape road, maybe even a little bit before. Second gear, come out here wide. Now you go all the way up to fifth, and it's actually flat through this corner. Now there's an escape road on the left. About halfway, you want to be on the skids. Back to second, sweep it in, clipping this apex, running it out wide. Now up to fourth gear, halfway in the middle of this escape road. On the right, we're back down to second, turning it in, trying to keep it tight. Full hard acceleration out of here. Obviously, like I said, I'm only just showing you the lap. And now when we get to what they call the bus stop, there's a few circuits that have a bus stop. This is one of them. Right on the 200. Back down to third. Grab this corner there. Grab that one a little bit. Try and pop it through there and take a bit of escape road. A bit of the like cut it a little bit coming out. and then it's just all the way up the gearbox around the bank corner to the start finish line. So let's just return to garage and go from here. And I'll try not to bugger it up. There's no promises though. So you sort of shouldn't have changed the fourth really there, but so just remember in a YouTube video that where I brake doesn't really seem to be where I'm braking, if you know what I mean. If I brake at 300, it looks like I'm braking actually in the video at about 250. We're all out, so we want to be, that was probably a tiny bit early, but on the brakes, but we came through there unscathed. Now the escape road on the right, back a second, tip it in, good drive coming out of there. Down to the right hand side of the road, all the way up into fifth, hold it flat through here, and that escape road on the left. I braked a tiny bit early again for that, about halfway through. That escape road, that's where you want to be braking, same with this corner. Second, and you can actually trail brake into these corners with this car. So the traction control, oh, you won't be able to see that because I think my ugly mug's over it, but it does kick in a little bit, not too much. So you can play around with it, but like I said, try not to make it so it's too skatey coming out of corners, or when you're getting the power down, it'll be no good to anybody, including yourself. Turn that on. Let's see if we can get there with young Dan in the lead. A lot of time to think around this track, obviously, with the two sections of bank corners that are pretty long.
The lap time was 1:42.37.
Stuffed it up to fifth gear then. Probably should have just left it in fourth.
Your right front going into International Horseshoe.
So the brakes still want to lock a little bit, so maybe we can pop a little bit more on the rear. Probably a bit better there already actually. So 53% to the rear. Coming up to the bus stop. Once again, 200 metres. It's a little lift halfway around there. Like a lift off and then back on it to get the car pointed in.
You've just done a 1:41.61. Sector 3 time is fast.
Maybe not. That's sort of just on the limit of the back start, and I want to lock on here, spear it around a bit. Might be better off with the fronts locking a bit more than the rears.
Seeing right front locking into turn 5.
That was my fault there. I was a little bit too late on the brakes. So hopefully I should have bettered my time from a little bit of practice I had there earlier. Be pretty close, and we'll work on trying to find that second. So you can take a fair bit of exit curb.
That lap was at 141.35. Sector 3 time is quick. Sector 1 time's okay.
Let's try fourth gear through here so I'm not sort of...
Sector 2 time is good.
There we are, fourth gear. A lot better. Just lower revs.
That was at 140.83. Sector 3 time's okay.
Wait. Four tenths off Dan now.
You're locking your left front, braking for turn 1.
I've sort of blown this lap a bit. So this is, like I said years before, we try and gain a bit of time elsewhere.
Sector 1 is
Try few other
0.43 off
things.
your best.
See where your delta is and what's quicker. So we'll give it third gear. Tiny bit slower. So was that because I tried to carry a little bit too much speed into the first part of the bus stop. Ultimately cost me time coming out. So this is where you look at your deltas and just try and get the best, best time for you, really.
You've just done a 141.53. You're now 0.7 off your best.
Probably even try third gear really around that first the first series of corners instead of going back to second. This one here obviously needs to be in second because when you stand on it, if it's not nearly at peak revs, you want to be in that gear to get a better drive.
Sector 1 is 0.06, slower than your best. You're locking your right front into turn 5.
good thing with this track is there's going to be a fair bit of drafting opportunity, so if you can stick pretty close to the car in front, coming out of that corner or this bus stop, you're going to get a very good run down what's essentially the straights, but with a big bank corner in the middle. Oh, let's try and get this 4/10.
That lap time was 1:41.13. That puts you 0.30 off your best. Sector 2 time is quick.
Oh, it's going to be so close. Not quite enough.
That lap time was 1:40.45. Good lap. That's your quickest today.
600ths of a second off now. That was a bit shit. Just braked about 2 meters too late.
You're locking your right front into turn 5.
Huge lock up. Lucky flat spots aren't on.
You're locking your left front into turn 6.
By doing the 4th gear thing, you can actually brake a little bit later too, actually. I was probably braking a bit early, so about 150, 160 mark, start getting on the brakes there, back for the bus stop.
That was a 1:40.58. You're currently 0.14, slower than your best.
Once you get them brakes locking,
You're locking your right front going into International Horseshoe.
probably could even go back to 80% brake pressure, but I won't bother now. I've just got the traction control on one here, two, one here, not two. I really just prefer it. Like I said, it just saves losing a little bit of time.
Sector 2 time is good.
You can get away with a fair old cut coming out of that last corner of the bus stop, even more than what I thought. Considering I just popped the purple sector out in sector 2.
That last lap was a 140.65. Sector 3 is a tenth off your best.
That's heaps better. If I don't beat Dan's time this lap, I'll do another one, and if
Sector
not,
1 time's okay.
well, it is what it is.
Seeing right front locking into turn 5.
So basically where these green lights are up here on the fence. Oh,
Sector
just
2
too
time
much.
is okay.
That was a cut. Knew that was going to happen.
Alright John, we need to watch these track limits.
I just come off the brakes a little bit too early. Carried too much speed through the first part of the bus stop. Once again, lost time in a second. And it put me over the out of track limits. How does this lap not count? Probably thought I got a better run onto the front straight by cutting that, so I have to do another one after this.
You're locking your left front, braking for turn 1. Sector 1 is a tenth off your pace.
Miles off. went a little bit back there.
Sector 2 time is okay.
I've got to put one more in.
That was 140.49. Sector 3 time is quick. Sector 1 is quick. You're locking your left front into turn 6.
I don't think I'm going to make up 500ths of a second here, but
Sector 2 time is good.
oh hell, is that not a cut? I'm quite literally 1/10 of a second off.
You've just done a 140.52. Sector 3 is 0.14 off your best. You're locking your left front going into turn 1. Sector 1 time is good.
I can find out how I'm losing time through there.
Your sector 2 time is quick.
I was up a little bit there, but just butchered the run coming out of final bit of the bus stop.
That lap was a 140.43. That's your quickest lap in this session. You're locking your right front into International Horseshoe. Sector 1 time is good. Seeing right front locking into turn 5.
So as you can see, I nearly had a bit of a spin this lap, and it's my quickest one, so go figure. So this will put me on top of the leaderboard in the AER.
Your last lap time was at 140.34. That's your best lap in this session.
So get amongst it, do a bit of practice, and that will conclude my video for today. Yeah, so really great combo, should be really good with drafting. These cars will have a mad draft effect. Yeah, so come and join us next Tuesday for Tuesday Thunder at the AUSNZ Simracing, and hope to see you all there, and try and go out and better my time, and just do a bit of practice. That's all I can encourage you to do. All right, take care everybody. See you next week.